Hey, hello, welcome to Science Chorus. Our education system is designed in such a way that at each grade, the students are taught according to their cognitive level. And when it comes to science, it is all about the basics. So without proper foundation, nothing can be built up. Yes. So in this video, we're going to see 3 effective ways of learning and exploring science. Right? And the very important thing I need to mention here is the third method is a very important method which would help you to understand the nature of science and how this science is expanding at each grade and how can you make this learning of science easier. So watch the video till the end so that you get that particular point and you will be able to learn science very easily. Fine. And if there are people watching my video for the first time, please do watch my video till the end and do like it, share it with others and subscribe to my channel. And please do watch my other videos for which I have given the link in the description. So let's begin. The very first important thing is science is an endless journey. There is no end for science, right? And we all know that. So it is very important for us to make this clear for our children too, right? And they should be knowing that all that they study is the continuation of whatever they have learnt earlier. So for example, if a student is learning about tissues in biology, the student should be very much clear that to understand the concept of tissues, he or she should have the knowledge of cells, right? So there is a link between these two and there is a continuation of this, right? And when it comes to states of matter like solid, liquid and gases, so the student should be able to understand that to understand the solid, liquid and gases, first you need to know what is a matter. Right. So as a student comes to a grade 6 or 7, various abstract concepts come into the picture. So if it is not handled properly, it is very difficult and students may gradually lose their interest in science and it is very difficult to come back. So make sure that students are very much clear with this process of continuation and they should be very much clear that basics are very important. The second one is, as a teacher, what we should do is, along with teaching and making them understand the concepts in science, let us make them to explore science on their own. Right? So let them explore what is this science all about and what are the process happening in the nature. Right? And if we succeed in making them understand that science is all about observation, experimentation and hypothesis and drawing out conclusions from a particular experiments, the learning becomes very easy. So make sure you are making your students to explore science on their own. You just guide them and you just facilitate them. So now the third one, which I have mentioned earlier, it is a very important method to make the learning of science easier. So we usually engage our classes with live activities till the lower grades. When it comes to like higher grades, various abstract concepts comes into picture as I already mentioned. So now these live activities alone will not be sufficient for the students to understand these abstract concepts. Right? So now let us make the students to understand the ways of learning science. Right? So I believe that there are 2 ways of exploring this science. So this is all about my opinion. So the 2 ways are, the first one is the macroscopic study of science and the second one is microscopic study of science. So when it comes to macroscopic study, this is all about the study of things which are visible to our naked eyes, and when it comes to microscopic, it is the study of science which is not visible to our naked eyes. Right? Now we should make clear to the students that there are 2 ways of studying science and it is very important to understand this, and they should be very much clear that this microscopic study will be a great helping hand as they grow and as they go for the higher grades. So now let us take an example and understand about this macroscopic and microscopic study and how you can implement in your classes. Now let us assume that you're teaching solid, liquid and gases and its properties. Fine. So now we are going to do a macroscopic study of solid, liquid and gas. Right. So how can you do this? You can just show the different objects around you. Like you can show a book for solid, you can show a glass of water for liquid, and if you're having hot water, like you'll be able to see the water vapor for gas. Right. The students will be observing all these three things and they'll be able to tell some of the properties by observation. Right. So they can tell about the shape, they will be able to tell about the volume, and not more than this. Right. They will not be able to tell about the composition of these three things, since they will not be able to see with their naked eyes. Right. So like around 2 to 3 properties they would be able to tell by doing this macroscopic study, just by observing these three things. Now we are going still more deeper, and now we are going to tell about the composition of these three things, what it is made up of and how the particles are arranged here. Right. So as we go deeper, the students need to imagine quite a lot, and we must ensure that they are creative enough to understand the concepts. Now, how the atoms are present in solid, liquid and gases. So now we are going to teach this particular concept. So how you are going to show these atoms? So there are various ways by which we can make them understand this particular concept. So you can make 3D models of atoms and molecules, and you can teach them, and even you can show 3D models online, and even you can use various simulations which is there online to make them understand how this atom or molecules present in each and every state. Right. So this is very important, where the abstract concepts are being concentrated more, and we should make sure that students understand this abstract concept very much clearly. Fine. And even you can very much clearly observe that when you're doing a microscopic study, you would be able to gain more properties than macroscopic study. So when you're doing a microscopic study of solid, liquid and gas, you'll be able to tell how the atoms are arranged. So the molecular arrangement, you'll be able to tell the intermolecular force, like intermolecular force of attraction. You'll be able to tell the intermolecular space, and you'll be able to tell how the vibration is in all these three states of matter. So you would be able to gain more knowledge, and you'll be able to tell more properties. Right. So this is very important, and you should make sure that your students are understanding this, and your students are concentrating more in microscopic study. So trust me, this would bring a huge difference in understanding the concepts. So let us not only facilitate the learning of concepts, let us also facilitate them in the ways of learning the particular concept. Fine. So hope this video would be informative to you. So please do like this video and share with others, and please do subscribe to my channel. Thank you.